What's up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabs, and besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. I just finished my Barbie mermaid video, where I put her on a classic green tie-dye made to move Barbie body. The color match isn't too bad, but I want to see what she looks like as a curvy. We have Barbie looks number 12 and the new curvy yoga Barbie. I think one of these might work. So back into the hot water you go. Sorry, this has been quite a week for you. Here she is on Barbie looks number 12. Not a perfect match, but doable. The yoga body seems similar to the green tie-dye. Again, not perfect, but a decent option. But I think she looks pretty good on a curvy body. And it's good to know we have options. Speaking of options, I made another skincare printable inspired by Sol de Janeiro. There are 6 items on this printable, which is available on our blog, MyFroggyStuff.blogspot.com. Click on the tab at the top that says Printables, choose this one, choose the album Health and Beauty Stuff, then choose the printable that you want. I can choose to click the 3 dots in the corner to download and print. I'm printing at 100%. These are sized for 1/6 scale dolls, and I set my printer to print at the highest quality. The first one is an SPF body spray, which is made just like our spray deodorant. There are 3 parts. Starting with the tallest one, we wrap it around a Q-tip or a cotton swab, making sure the small dot is in the front, then wrap it with the next layer, trying to keep all the seams in the back. Then add the label. We did find it a little easier to cut off the end, add the longer strip, then we can carefully place the words in the front. Then trim off the Q-tip to make body spray inspired by the Rio Radiance collection. The body oil at the very bottom is made the same way, only this one is smaller. And I added a few little circles if you want to cover the top and bottom, which we are going to do for the bottle of lotion. Now this is the largest printable on the page. We have 2 long strips, not sure if we're going to need both, the label, and a top and a bottom. We're going to make this similar to our deodorant from the first skincare video, but we want to make a bigger, wider bottle. So I'm going to use a glue stick to wrap the layers around. That's the first strip. Let's go ahead and add the second one. Carefully remove it from the glue stick. Oh boy, there we go. Then press it in the center to flatten it to make an oval shape. Let's add the label, doing our best to line the label up in the front and in the back. I take the yellow oval and glue it onto the bottom. Carefully fill the inside with a little hot glue. Then glue the white oval on top. Trim off the excess paper to make a bottle of lotion. The hand lotion is next, but let's go ahead and prep the perfume mist. Because of drying time, I take a clear glue stick and I'm gonna cut it. And I'm gonna make it a tiny bit shorter than the length I have here. Don't worry, I'll adjust the printable. I ended up cutting it at 1 inch. And I already changed it. I use a yellow washable marker on plastic. Mix it with a small drop of Mod Podge, then brush a thin coat on one side of the glue stick. While that's drying, let's cut out the hand lotion, which has 3 parts. I go ahead and cut one end off a cotton swab, take the long strip, and roll it around the Q-tip using glue to secure the end. Take the label, and we're going to line it up right on that line, wrap it and glue it down. I'm gonna trim the ends just a little. My printables aren't perfect, but they are free. There should be a small hole on the end. Fill it with a little hot glue. I don't take it to the top because we're gonna pinch it and we don't want it to spill out onto our hands. Hot glue is hot. You have been warned. Trim the top, trim off the Q-tip, and glue the yellow circle to the bottom. Trim off the paper to add another product to our collection. Our glue stick is dry and it has a little bit of a yellow tint. Cut out the paper for the cap and the label. Take the white strip and we're gonna wrap it around the top. Glue a scrap of white paper to the top. Trim off the excess paper. Glue on the labels. Then you can choose to cover it with tape, like we did with this one. However, I couldn't get mine neat and I had to start all over. So I'm gonna brush it with a layer of clear nail polish to give our inspired minis a little shine. Our last one is the body butter, so let's cut that out. There are 4 pieces. Let's take the longest and the widest strip, and we're gonna wrap it around something round. I'm using a small cut spool. Then I add the small yellow strip, carefully remove it, glue it onto a scrap of paper, add hot glue, just like we did when we made the moisturizer in the other video. Speaking of the other one, I have an idea. Instead of using tacky glue to add texture, we can just use hot glue and melt and sculpt that texture. And we can even make it look like the dolls have taken some of the moisturizer out. Then add a thin coat of paint and Mod Podge to give it a little color. I even added a little bit of the glue mixture to a piece of plastic and allowed it to dry, then carefully peel it off so we can place it in the doll's hand to look like they're applying moisturizer. Oh, that's fun! Take the other strip that says body butter, loosely wrap it around the jar, gluing it along the way so it can be removed. Glue it under the other circle, trim off the excess paper to make a lid that is removable. If you want the bottom of the jar to be wider or flush with the top, then we can just cut another outside layer right on that line and wrap it around the lower part of the jar to make it wider. And it does help if you leave just a little bit of space between the two so you can easily remove the lid. But now we have new inspired products for our dolls to enjoy. Speaking of inspired products, Teeny Tinies at FiveBelow has teeny tiny brands. This is a miniature Smarties set. It was $5. We can see everything that we're getting, including a mini display. See, it says bonus display shelf. On the back, it says not for consumption, and there's a list of all items included, along with a picture and some instructions on how to put together the display. Let's open it up. The display is in off-white and comes with some cardstock inserts. Let's put it together. I think this is pretty similar to the shelves that came with mini brands. However, mine don't really want to stay in place. I guess we're supposed to glue or tape this to the back, and the sign just goes on the top. Yeah, I think it has potential, but might need a little help staying together. Let's check out the minis. These look like little candy containers. It's plastic and then there's a sticker label going around the side. Here's a plastic bag with stickers. The stickers aren't on like perfect. There are a few thinner bags, which are also plastic with stickers. There's a little brick of candies that are all stuck together and a small display tray that I think these fit inside of. Yup, that's kind of cool. There's another small display box that's made of plastic and has stickers for individual little Smarties. There are 6 of them, and I would say they are totally doll-sized. I am loving this miniature craze that we're in right now, and that so many of them are compatible with our 1/6 scale dolls. I think Teeny Tinies making their own teeny brands is very cool, and I'm loving doll skincare at the moment. I have more Teeny Tinies coming up soon, so be sure to check back. And thank you for joining us while we had fun with some minis and tried out a few different bodies for our mermaid. You know what? I think we could take a little clear plastic from packaging, cut a rectangle. This is like a 1/2-inch strip, bend over the sides to make tiny risers to display our miniature skincare. Sorry, I love reusing packaging. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at My Froggy Stuff, the frog vlog, and Bella of My Froggy Stuff. And we will see you next time. Bye!
We don't need someone to feel alright.